Hi, everybody. Welcome to VonCloedt Yoga. I'm your host, Gretchen, and today we are doing another lower back release. A lot of you have come to me saying that you love my lower back release and that you have a lot of lower back pain, and this does the trick. So we are going to do another one for you today. In our practice today, we're going to use some props. I like to use blocks in all of my classes. So you'll see me hold these up all the time, but anything roughly the shape or size of this is going to work for you. And blocks come in all kinds of shapes, all sizes, all materials. These particular ones are made out of cork, but they make great foam ones too. And they range from $5 to $40, depending on what you're looking for, name brand and all that. There really isn't a better or worse. It's a personal preference. So I like to use blocks. And if you don't want blocks, some books work really well too. You can do that. And also today we're going to use a yoga strap. Now these are also pretty inexpensive. You can find them between $5 and $20, or you can use like a belt or like a dog leash or like the tie from your bathrobe. All of those things make great straps. So you don't have to go out and buy fancy equipment, but straps are pretty easy to have. So grab yourself a strap, grab yourself a couple blocks or something like this, and come back here and we will get started. All right, my friends, let us get this back relieved. All right, my friends. So the first thing that I'm going to do is set myself up for some success. So I like to bring my strap to the side of my mat, and I like to bring a block to the side of my mat. So we can just have those there and ready for us. That's going to come in handy. And this other block, we can just kind of set aside for right now. We'll probably use it later, but if not, it's there for you. And let us come on down to our back. Let's lay down. Maybe those knees are bent. Maybe those legs are extended. I'm going to keep my knees bent. Let's take a breath here. We're going to extend our arms out to our T. Maybe they're a direct T, just kind of out to the sides. And turn those palms to face the ceiling. This is going to encourage that heart to open and just encourage us to kind of find some peace here. And you can even walk those feet a little wider than the mat and just kind of let those knees lean towards each other. And that might feel really good too. So let's take a few breaths. Allowing our body to gently get used to being on the floor. I don't know about you, but sometimes my body takes a minute. Maybe we close down those eyes and just breathe. Take in any noises that might be around you where you're at. Just kind of notice that they're there and let them float away on a cloud. Any thoughts that might pop into our mind, we can put those on a little cloud too. Let them float on by. And turn your attention to your breath, making no changes. Just observing as you inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose. As you inhale, feel that belly expand, feel that chest rise. And as you exhale, feel that body just melt just a little bit more. As you breathe in, start to notice the temperature of the air as you inhale. And as you exhale, notice the temperature of the air. Maybe it's a little bit warmer. Start to focus in on the sound of that breath as you breathe in and out. Start to deepen that breath, inhaling fully. Feel that belly expand, feel that chest rise. And on that exhale, maybe we gently tighten those tummy muscles and press all that old air out. Big, deep, full breath. Feel that belly expand. And exhale fully. Let it all go. If you haven't bent into your knees, go ahead and do that now and bring those feet as wide as the mat. And start to sway those knees from side to side. Now get real dramatic and move really slow, allowing those knees to dip to one side. Maybe that hip lifts up. And then inhale as those knees go back towards the ceiling. And exhale as they dip to the other side. Maybe that hip lifts up. And continue moving like this, inhaling as those knees go to the ceiling and exhaling as they go down to one side. And as we do this, we're slowly going to allow those knees to dip a little bit closer to the floor as we go. Getting real dramatic and observing that hip as it lifts up off the floor, observing those hips as you rock from one side to side. And eventually, whenever we're ready, maybe those knees will find their way down on the right-hand side of our mat. And once they do, let them come on down. Now you do have a block handy because you set yourself up for success. So if you need a little extra support, you can absolutely tuck a block underneath your knee, whatever feels right for you. Take a big breath in, and on that exhale, draw those arms out to a T, and maybe those palms will face up. That's just going to encourage that heart to stay nice and open. And we're going to make a couple little adjustments to this posture so we can get a little bit more out of it. Gently press that pelvis towards that right side of your mat, and maybe point that left knee towards that lower right corner of your mat. So you should feel a nice little quad stretch here. Take a breath in, and on that exhale, turn your head to the left, finding that reclined twist on this side. Take a breath in and let it go. Give your body permission to release. Say it to yourself in your mind. It's okay. You can let go. And as you breathe, start to just observe your body. Feel a little muscle release here. Feel a little muscle release there. Just allowing our body to gently release. Breathing slowly and deeply. One more breath. And on this exhale, we're going to protect our lower back and tighten those tummy muscles enough just to draw those knees back to center. Draw that gaze back to center. And let's continue our merry way, swaying those knees from side to side. And you see which direction we're going. We're going to work our way slowly to the other side, inhaling as those knees go towards the ceiling and exhaling as they go down to one side. And continuing this rhythm, allowing our knees to slowly dip a little closer to the floor as we go. And eventually, when you're ready, maybe those knees find their way down on that left-hand side of your mat. Now you've got that block, so if you need to add a little bit of support there, you can do so. Take a breath in, and on that exhale, press that pelvis towards that left side of your mat. Point that right knee towards that lower left corner. Inhale fully, and on that exhale, turn your head to the right, finding your reclined twist on this side. Take a few breaths. Give your body permission to release here. You are so loved. You are so safe. Give yourself the same love and kindness that you give so many other people. The world is better because you are in it. Take a big breath in and let it go. Take a few more breaths here, giving yourself permission to release. Witness your body, let go of a muscle here and a muscle there. One more breath in. And on that exhale, tighten those tummy muscles, draw those knees back to center, draw that gaze back to center. Great job. Now we're sort of kind of line our heels up with our hips. Now it doesn't have to be exact. Remember, the yoga police don't come to your house. So don't worry about if they are in alignment. Just whatever feels like it's sort of kind of in line with your hips. And then maybe walk those heels back just a little bit here. So we're just kind of inching the heels a little closer to our hips. Let's bring our hands down by our sides. Maybe this time the palms are facing down. Take a breath in. And on that exhale, we're going to press into our hands or press into our feet and lift those hips up towards the ceiling. Tighten up on those glutes and press that pelvis towards the ceiling. Point those knees towards the wall ahead of you. Finding a little bridge pose here, keeping those glutes nice and tight and pressing that pelvis towards the ceiling. Take a breath in. And on that exhale, let those hips slowly lower down, nice and slow, nice and gently until they come to rest all the way down. Let's do that again. Press into those feet, lift those hips up towards the ceiling, tighten those glutes, and press that pelvis towards the ceiling. Take a breath here. And on that exhale, lower those hips down, nice and slow, nice and gentle. Maybe sway those knees a little from side to side. Great job. Let us extend those legs out. Inhale those arms up over your head. Give yourself one of them yummy Sunday morning stretches where you point those toes, maybe interlace those fingers and press those palms away from you. And on that exhale, bend into those knees. Draw those knees towards your chest. Maybe rock a little from side to side in your happy little ball. Take a breath in, and on that exhale, maybe draw those knees a little closer to your heart. We're going to keep these knees nice and elevated and bring our arms down by our sides. Tightening about those tummy muscles, maybe make some circles with those knees. Now you can make big, slow circles, or you can do little fast circles. Kind of just observe those hips rotating around that sacrum. And switch directions. And bring those knees back to stillness. Reach over and grab a hold of that strap. And we're going to bring the balls of our feet into the straps and extend those feet up towards the ceiling. And we're going to have a nice firm grip on the bottoms of each of our straps. Maybe it's your bathrobe. That's okay too. And we're going to gently pull on those straps, just bringing those feet in the direction of our head. Now we're not looking to fold ourselves in half. I can't do that, and I don't expect you to either. Just kind of in that direction. Flex those feet. Press those heels towards the ceiling. Maybe some gentle rocking from side to side feels good here. All right, friends, we are going to get started with this right foot first. We're going to keep the right foot in the strap and release that left foot down and let that leg extend out. Gather those straps together, and we're going to walk our hands up the straps just until you feel a nice stretch up the back of your leg. And you're going to hold on to both of those straps with that right hand and release that left hand down. Maybe that palm faces up. Take a breath in. And on that exhale, we're going to draw that right leg out to the right and bend into that elbow. Maybe give yourself a little kickstand. And experiment here. Maybe flex that foot and press that heel away from you. Maybe point those toes. Just observe your body. Where are you feeling this? Soften that space in between your eyebrows. Unclench your jaw. Let go of the attachment that you have to look like a certain shape or look like a certain Instagram model. That stuff's not really real. Be authentic with yourself. Meet yourself where you are. One more breath in. And on that exhale, bend into that knee. Draw that leg back up to the ceiling. And we're just going to switch our grip on the strap. So we're going to hold on with our left and release that right hand down. Let's bring all of our attention to that right hip. We want to keep this right hip anchored down to the mat. So you may not go very far here, and that's okay. We're going to let this right leg just kind of lean to the left. Keeping that hip nice and connected to the floor, you'll start to feel a little IT band stretch there. Maybe experiment with that foot and point and flex that foot. And if your body's wanting more, you can do more. Like, we can stay right here if you like, and this is a great place to be. But if you want a little bit more, maybe let that hip lift up and maybe let that leg continue its journey all the way to the left. Take a breath in and maybe turn your head to the right, finding your reclined twist on this side, and experiment with pointing and flexing that foot. Just observing those sensations in your body. Maybe that gentle twist feels really good on your lower back. And if this isn't your thing, you are absolutely allowed to let that hip come back down and come back to that IT band stretch. That's a great place. And the IT band connects to lots of lower back pain, so that also works well for you too. Take one more breath in, and on that exhale, bend into that knee, draw that leg back to center, extend that heel towards the ceiling. We're going to split those straps in our hands, get a good firm grip, and bring that left foot up to meet the right. Press those heels towards the ceiling, draw those straps in towards yourself, maybe a little rocking from side to side. And then we're just going to go to the other side. We're going to keep that left foot in the strap, release that right foot down, let that leg extend out. Gather those straps together and gently walk your hands up those straps just till you feel a nice stretch up the back of your leg. Then you can stop there. Hold on to both of those straps with your left hand. Release that right hand down. Maybe that palm is facing up. Take a breath in. And on that exhale, let that left leg start to splay out to the left. Maybe bend into that elbow. Give yourself a little kickstand. Experiment with pointing and flexing that foot. Feel the difference. You get kind of different stretches here when you press your heel away or when you point your toes. You just kind of get a little something different each way. So just make observations, no judgments. One more breath in. And on that exhale, gently bend into that knee. Draw that leg back up to center. Extend that foot towards the ceiling. And we're going to switch our grip strap. So we're holding on with that right hand, releasing that left hand down. We want to keep this left hip anchored to the mat. And we're going to allow this left leg to just kind of lean to the right. Finding that IT band stretch right here. And maybe experiment with pointing and flexing that foot. And this is a great place to be. And you can absolutely stay right here. But if you're craving a little bit more, maybe you need something a little deeper, let that hip lift up, let that leg continue its journey over to the right, maybe turn your head to the left, finding that reclined twist on this side, and experiment with flexing that foot and pointing those toes. Great job. Great job. Observe your body. Unclench your jaw. Give yourself permission to let go. One more breath. And gently bend into that left knee. Draw that leg back up to center. Extend that heel towards the ceiling. We're going to split those straps in our hands. Get a good grip on them. And then bring that right foot up to meet the left. All right, friends, we're going to do a little choreography here. So let's get it together, guys. Places. We're going to crisscross our straps. All right, so far so good. Bend into those knees and bring the soles of your feet together to touch as you gently draw those straps down, bringing those feet together and drawing them in towards your groin, finding this version of bound angle pose. Maybe some gentle rocking from side to side feels good. Maybe stillness is your thing. Both of those are great. Take a breath here. And very gently start to just loosen your grip on the straps. Let those feet start to descend down to the floor, staying in that pose. And once they've made their touchdown, you can just let go of the straps. We'll move them later. Bring those arms out to a T and have those palms facing up. We really like to encourage that heart to stay nice and open. And from here, my friends, bend into those elbows. So we're kind of making some cactus arms with our arms. And draw those fingertips towards each other. I like to kind of just hold on to the opposite fingertips. Let those elbows feel heavy. Let those knees feel heavy. Find yourself in this little figure 8 posture and take a couple of breaths here. This is my favorite de-stressing posture. You can do this pose in bed before you go to sleep at night. You can do this pose whenever you're feeling a little overwhelmed. You can do this pose whenever you're just feeling achy. If you are one that has a menstrual cycle, this might feel amazing when you're having like cramps and stuff. So there's just a lot of really good benefits to just kind of coming to this little figure 8 pose, breathing a little bit. And then very gently start to reach down. We're going to grab a hold of that strap and just kind of untangle ourselves from it. And just kind of set that strap aside. Bring your hands to the outsides of your thighs and draw those knees back up to center. And reach over and grab a hold of that block. So we're going to bring those feet sort of kind of underneath our hips, whatever feels about right. Press into your feet, lift your hips, and grab that block and slide that block right underneath your sacrum. And you are worth the time it takes to adjust that block so you can feel nice and supported. And just breathe here a little bit in this supported bridge pose. And if we're very careful to not fall off of our block, it might feel really good to just lean those knees a little bit from side to side. Now, if you suffer from sciatica pain, which a lot of people do, you will find that this might feel incredible. And it's okay to kind of hang out in a spot if it's feeling good. That little free compression massage that you're giving yourself. Enjoy that. All right, my friends, from here, we are simply going to extend those legs out and extend those arms out over your head, reaching nice and long and pointing your toes. And you should feel a nice stretch right in the front of your hips. Those little muscles right there are called your psoas muscle, and they are the culprit for lots of lower back pain. So give yourself a little grace here and just breathe through it. If you want to deepen this stretch, now you can stay right there where it's at. But if you wanted to deepen that stretch, you could rotate that block so it's on a higher level and then come into that posture, and you will find a deeper version of that stretch. But wherever you're at, hang out there for a little bit. Let those arms extend out. Let those toes extend nice and long, and take a couple of breaths here. Give your body permission. I know it seems silly and I say it all the time, but it's true. Sometimes we have to give ourselves permission, and then we listen to ourselves. It's fascinating how the human body works. And when you're ready, bend into those knees. Great job. Let us cross that right ankle over that left knee. And let that right thigh feel so heavy. You can even gently press down on that thigh. This is the posture. You can stay right here. This is a great place to be. But if you're craving a little bit more, you can lift up on that left leg. You can reach down and hold on to that left thigh or even that right shin. Take a breath in, and on that exhale, draw those knees a little closer to your heart, finding yourself in this supported reclined pigeon pose. That's a lot of words, isn't it? Take a breath in, and on that exhale, draw those knees a little closer to your heart. Observe the areas that you're feeling. Maybe you feel a nice hamstring stretch there. All of these things are connected to that lower back, and we'll give you some relief from that. One more breath in. And on your exhale, lower down on that left foot, lower down on that right foot. And we're just switching sides. Cross that left ankle over that right knee. Let that left thigh feel so heavy. Maybe even gently press down on that left thigh. And you can hang out right here. This is a great place to be. Even making some gentle sways might feel good. I do this posture a lot too, when I just kind of feel achy in the back. It's a really great pose. But if your body's craving a little bit more today, maybe we lift up on that right leg. We can reach down and hold onto that right thigh or even that left shin. Take a breath in. And on that exhale, draw those knees a little closer to your heart. Find that supported, reclined pigeon pose over here. Breathe into your body. Give yourself permission to let go. You are worthy. You are so loved. You are a treasure. And you deserve to treat yourself as the treasure and the joy that you are. Big breath in. Let it go. And lower down gently on that right foot. Lower down gently on that left foot. Maybe sway those knees a little more from side to side. Great job. From here, my friends, we are going to gently press into our feet, lift up those hips, and grab that block and pull it out from underneath of you. Let those hips lower on down. Maybe let those legs extend out. Take a few breaths here. Close your eyes. Unclench your jaw. And allow yourself to just breathe. And I will bring you back when it's time. Start to come back to that breath. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling. Allow your body to just breathe. Focusing in on the sound of your breath as you breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. And when you're ready, and as you are ready, slowly and gently start to bend into those knees. And maybe slowly start to press yourself up, coming to an easy, comfortable seat. Have a breath. Let it go. Let those hands hang out on your knees and close your eyes. Inhale those arms up over your head. Draw those palms together and down to your heart center. And as we give honor to the beautiful practice that gave us yoga, we recite, "The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you." Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope your back is feeling so much better. Please give me a thumbs up to this video and let me know in the comments below what you thought and how you felt afterwards. And consider subscribing to my channel. Share me with all your friends. If anybody you know is looking for yoga, looking to try yoga, and feels a little intimidated to go into a studio, come right here. Auntie Gretchen will take care of you. Until next time, take care of each other. Bye-bye.